The worst possible thing that could be happening is happening right now.
The rain is pouring, I'll drive out to the forest, cause I can't ignore it there. I'll get there by morning, give my heart a warning, cause I can't ignore it there. That I should probably let you go, but I still need to let you know that I think the world of you.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Fish Friday. Today we are going to be splitting my massive anemone. I have been waiting for this day. I've been trying to get it to split for weeks now, feeding it every single day, and it just keeps getting bigger. At this point, it's just out of control. It's killing stuff, more stuff than it already was. It just has to go. I was still trying to let it split by itself, but then something really exciting happened and it pushed me over the edge to just go for it and attempt to get this anemone out and split it. I can't tell you what happened just yet. It's coming probably next week, maybe the week after that, I don't know, but just subscribe so that you can find out and be here on that Fish Friday when that does get announced. I can't, this is too much. Anyway, in case you thought I was joking, look at this anemone. This guy is literally taking up like a quarter of the space. I mean, a quarter is a little exaggerative, but look at that whole corner. Had a really nice season's greeting here, and it just destroyed it. It's starting to go up to the top over there where I have nuclear. It's about, it actually looks like it is hitting this little leather up here. It's hitting these acros. It's just too much. It's about to hit these, this war coral that I just put here. Climbing on this rock over here. In my tank, the sizing just does not work out, or it's not working out for me anyway. It just doesn't split. It's giving me like stress pimples. I can't take it anymore. Whether this guy comes out of the tank easy or not, I think is gonna be our biggest challenge. I've watched so many videos on people trying to remove anemones or cut them or whatever it may be, and some people, they just peel right off really easy. Others, I've heard hanging them upside down for hours. I've heard the ice trick. I've heard trying to get them off with a credit card. I've heard chopping the rock off. There's just like so many ways this could go. But I know this guy is just gonna peel right out from under that rock. Over here, we got all of our utensils. I got a super sharp knife here. I got my gloves. I got, this isn't supposed to be here. I just got a bucket for him. And then I gotta build this guy really quick, which is the little breeder house, 2 of them, so that way we have somewhere to put the anemones once they're done. Time to build the breeder box. I didn't know I had to build this thing, to be honest. But it comes with a cute little chart. We should be good. That's not ideal.
I should probably let you go, but I still need to let you know that I think the world of you.
Okay, so the box is done. I skipped ahead a couple steps because, let's be honest, you didn't come and click on this video so that you could watch me build a box. And this took longer to build than I care to admit. However, it's super freaking cute. Look at this little thing. One little anemone in here and another one in here. We are going to be good to go. I also didn't take into account how freaking big this thing was. And in case you haven't noticed, I don't got a lot of space over there, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of house renovations. I'll try to put him this way if I can, but I got another rock back there with mushrooms. I don't know if it's gonna work. So I'm gently like rolling him back. Like, look at this. It just, hopefully he comes off of the, his foot unmounts that easily, but I doubt it. We'll see. I got my fingers crossed. He's so big that even when he's like closed, he just hangs. He can't like close up all the way at the bottom. This was all a season's greeting. Beautiful rock. All the way. Oh, timber. Look at his foot. Look at the mouth and this whole freaking thing. Like, he just doesn't, he's crazy big. I'm also doing this very gently for those of you that are concerned. Trust me, I did not want to have to split this guy. I really wanted him to split by himself. It just didn't freaking happen. And the waiting period has ended. We have got him closed a lot. He's still not closing all the way. You could look at his foot. That thing is lodged all the way into the rock. I think I'm gonna have to move the MP10 and maybe this frag rack, and I could get it. This gives me enough clearance that I see it though, which is good. The worst possible thing that could be happening is happening right now. The anemone did exactly what I thought. He crawled his way all the way back into the hole. I freaking can't reach my arm down far enough, and he is not detaching his foot. This shit sucks. Too far in it now. Let's, I don't even know how this is gonna work.
I got lost in my blind spot, yeah.
I've pretty much moved my rock work as much as possible without literally having everything tumble and break. but he is just so in there. I've been massaging for like freaking 5 minutes, 10 minutes now. I'm gonna try a little bit more, and if not, I think we might have to try an ice cube. That's supposed to work. Let's see if an ice cube does the trick. I'm not sure if I'm even doing this right. Probably not. All my frags are falling. Freaking disaster. We're now on to phase 3 of trying to get this anemone out, and that is blasting it with flow. The purpose of this is to pretty much aggravate the anemone and have him want to lift up his foot and move. We're at 50% right now. And I'm gonna turn my other filters back on too because it's just getting rowdy in here. I hate doing this kind of stuff. Look at, I just did a water change yesterday. Look at this freaking mess that we got going on. I feel like 50 is enough. I just kind of want to move it more at his foot maybe. I don't know. Ugh, that thing kind of looks gross. So far, we have no anemone release. This is complete and utter shit. We're going for it, boys and girls. We're going for the rock removal. I don't know what. So if I move him, it's a little low. Oh, I'm breaking something up there. The biggest rock in my tank had to have the anemone on it. There he is, in all his glory. We got the rock out. He's kind of hanging a little bit. Maybe he'll start to drop himself. But until then, I'm going to try to slowly peel him away. The reason this is extra shitty is because there are other corals on this rock, so I need to try to get him off as fast as possible. Granted, the corals on here are kind of dead already, but you know, I still want to get this done as fast as possible. Oh yeah, he's upside down. He kind of looks like a big pink bat. I was not prepared for this type of project. I knew I was gonna have my hands full, but oh my god, he's hanging. You gotta check this out. Tell me that doesn't look like a bat. Come on, buddy. You've made me work a lot already today. I mean, for crying out loud, look at my tank. Do us all a favor and drop your ass into that bucket so that way you can go back into the water. I feel like he's too far in the rock. He needs more drop. Like right now, he's maxed out. So I'm gonna just raise something. If I could put these in here and then put the rock on top, it might work. It worked. Yeah, now he's really freaking dropping down. Sometimes you gotta get innovative with it. Use what you got, folks. Use what you got. This guy is just hanging 10 down there. All right, guys, this just in. I was reading because he's been up here for like 15 minutes now and hasn't come down. They said to hang him upside down and massage the foot. Gloving up. We're going in. This has to be the weirdest thing I've done in my reef tank. He got in the most uncomfortable freaking position possible. Oh my finger is way up in this rock right now. I told you guys this was gonna be our biggest thing to overcome, didn't I? For those of you that are gonna yell at me, I'm using the back of the knife and I'm trying to be as gentle as possible and just using it to kind of lift up the foot. I'm not slicing it. It's just really tiny crevices that this thing is in. It is slowly peeling off, which is good, but there's just so much of it. Hopefully. Ooh, I just got a good chunk. Oh yeah, we're peeling back now. If I get a little bit more, I can get my fingers in there. These freaking gloves. This honestly sucks so bad. I'm just sitting here staring at this freaking thing, hang upside down. We're going on like 2 hours now trying to get it off, and it just won't come off. I've peeled off what I could get the back of the knife into, but then there's some of it that's just like so far up into a rock that nothing fits in there enough to peel it off, and I can't just break off the rock because it's like it's all creviced in there. I don't know, I guess I just keep it hanging. Like the half dead coral that were on this rock are definitely freaking toasted now. I mean, this is ridiculous. You see that in there? That's his friggin' the other foot that I can't really get out. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of it hanging off already. I've put him back over the water in hopes that maybe he'll start reaching for the water and his foot will want to go towards the water. I don't know if it works like that, but I mean, at this point, I don't know what else to try.
I swear I gave him my headshot, but I got lost in my blind spot.
This is legit a nightmare. Is this super shitty? I feel shitty. I feel terrible. Get off so we can be done. Come on. You know you want to. Just get off so we can be done. You don't have to suffer anymore. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, just come off, please. Come on. He's got 1 point holding him on still. We got it. We got it off. We got it off. It has literally been like 2 hours plus of me trying to get this thing off. I'm not gonna lie, the foot doesn't look great. But look at where it was at. It was just a very like porous rock. I really hope that this thing doesn't die. I managed to somewhat get my rock structure back to what it was. That was a mission and a half. This is just like the project that keeps on giving. But now we're going to finally split the anemone. I don't know why, in all the videos, they all looked so soft. And mine, the stalk is like, it's like a tree trunk. I don't understand it. I really hope they make it, because what a success story, huh? You guys have seen struggle for this. Have you ever tried to put these things on after they're wet inside? Terrible. My pinky doesn't go in. I just want to be done with this already. Here goes nothing. Please be all right, buddy. Maybe I should start on the fat part first. Here we go. Ooh, almost got it. A little bit here didn't cut. And we have 2. That was a pretty decent cut. There was only one little part I missed. I feel pretty confident in my cut. There's no like extra tentacles and stuff. Like I said, the only thing that's gonna be if he makes it or not is gonna be the detaching. That was really, really rough. I feel awful. Amazingly enough, they seem to be okay so far. We got the nice spot for our nem basket over here. We cleared out some stuff. I'm still not sure where I'm gonna put that GSP bridge. Come on, Nemi number 1. Literally the biggest mess I've ever made. No, of course the lid is gonna close right when I'm coming over here. Why wouldn't it? There you go, buddy. Please stay alive. You're gonna, oh, I do see 1 tentacle. 1 tentacle off, guys. 1 tentacle. Not bad for the size of this thing. Close her up. Please be okay, guys. Please be okay. All right, guys, we have successfully split the anemone. I have a crazy mess to pick up here, but yeah, at least we got it done. It only took freaking 5 hours, but we got it done. That's what counts. Well, guys, I have some pretty terrible news. It's been a very hairy week here at the reef tank, and unfortunately, the anemone did not make it. I feel absolutely terrible. I was very hesitant to post this video, and I almost was not going to post it just because I know it's not going to be received well and it's going to get a lot of negativity on it. But ultimately, the reason I decided to post it is because this channel has never been about doing everything right or having all the answers or being, you know, the right way to do things. It's always been about like learning as you go and, you know, dealing with your mistakes and figuring out how to do stuff. That is why I decided to post it, and hopefully somebody could learn from my mistakes and not make the same errors that I did. I'm really sorry to all the anemone lovers out there. Obviously, I never meant to kill the anemone. That was never my goal. I just wanted to get him out and relocate him to a happier place. He was killing all my stuff, and I tried for probably over a month to get him to split by himself. Like, I was just told to feed him, and I was feeding him every day, but he just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and killing more stuff. So I had to get him out. Looking back at it now, there's a couple things that maybe I could have done different in terms of selling the rock. That rock, of course, he was onto the biggest rock in my tank, and it was about like, it's about a third of my scape. So yes, I guess I could have sold the rock but that really wasn't an option for me. The other thing, looking back at it now, that could have been a bit different is maybe not splitting him the same day since he had so much trauma coming out of the rock. Obviously, I didn't think about that in the moment, and I don't think that the split itself is what caused him not to make it, but potentially the split along with the trauma from the removal could have been what made him not be able to recover. Another thing that came to my attention after is that I had water in the small bucket, but I didn't have water at the bottom of the 5-gallon bucket. So I'm not sure if he would have reached more so if there was water on the bottom of the 5-gallon bucket. I mean, I'm not sure. You guys, like I said, you guys saw he was really in there. I just don't know if those things would have been factors that changed the difficulty of him releasing from the rock. Again, I just want to be very clear that this was obviously not my intention, and it was a total mistake and an accident, and I really wanted him to survive. I left the first half after that first day where they looked okay. The next day they kind of inflated a little bit. The first one lasted like 2-ish days until I finally took him out because he smelled. I took him out and I did a 10-gallon water change, and then the other one I left him in there because I really wanted him to survive so bad, like so bad. I was just hoping that one day I would wake up and he would be miraculously better, and I'm sure I left him in there way longer than a lot of people would have, just because I wanted him to come back and I just didn't want to pull the plug on him, and you know, because he was the last half and he comes out, that means, you know, I accidentally killed him. Like, that's the reality of it. And I was just trying to avoid that. So I left him in there probably like 4 or 5 days until there was absolutely no color left in him. It was bad. And I had another 10 gallons on hand here ready, just in case when I pulled him out, ready to go. And good thing I did, because literally as I was pulling him out of the water, it was just like food chunks all over the place. The anemone, he looked whole in the breeder box, and then as he was coming out, he just disintegrated all over the tank. So I immediately grabbed the siphon and I got pretty much all of the large chunks out. There was just a couple of the smaller ones that didn't make it, but obviously I couldn't get everything. My water was a bit cloudy, but from there I kept cleaning the filter out every few hours. I cleaned out my ChemiPure, my Purigen, and then I noticed that my torch was not doing well. I looked that up and it turned out it was having polyp bailout. I was not able to stop that either. So on top of losing the anemone, the torch also died. So I guess that's just a little bit of karma for me. Again, freaking terrible for the torch. Following day, I did another 10-gallon water change, and the water cleared up a bit. 0.25 on the ammonia right now and like 25 nitrate. So we're still a bit high, but I think we're gonna be okay. Everything in the tank now, a week later, seems to be doing all right. The water is definitely clearer. I put a new Purigen in, and I think we'll be okay. It's just really unfortunate. It was a beautiful anemone, and I really wish that it would have survived. Hopefully you learn from my mistakes and don't do the same things that I did. And all I can say is I am sorry. I never meant to hurt the anemone. And yeah, I'll try to do better. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Later.
The rain is pouring, I'll drive out to the forest 'cause I can't